Hello, what's up, my guys? I hope you're absolutely beautiful. Welcome on Etincelle. It's me, Gracia Susuzande, and I hope that you are beautiful, that you are looking glamorous as much as me. Well, I'm sure you are. So, as you know, every single Monday at 8 p.m., we are connected for another show, another talk show of Etincelle. And I hope that you are ready as much as I. You know the deal. It's all about sharing. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Share as much as you can, please. Connect yourself, subscribe if you want to know more, about the show. And I know you do. So please subscribe, share, as I said, leave some comments. And so we can create a much bigger audience. I need you, all right? Because hey, I cannot do the show by myself. I need you. Please. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a short little break. Very short for you to do that. And when you come back, we're just going to start the show. All right? Should we do that? All right, cool. I'll see you in a minute. Don't go. Come back. Back stuck with me for at least 45 minutes. So I know that maybe if you're cooking good and stuff, so stick with me, right? Stick with me. So today, well, it's all about me. It's going to be me and you only. There's not other guests apart from you are the guest. So before I even begin, I really wanted to say thank you for you that always there. You're always connected. You're always sharing. You're always there in order to, you're interacting with me, and you're spreading the love every single time that I'm connected. So I really want to say thank you. You are the star. Please do not stop. I'm supporting Etincelle talk show as it's definitely going somewhere with you along. So I cannot drag this by myself. I need you to come with me. All right. So really, thank you. For you that's just connected for the first time, please stick around, subscribe, like I said, and then tell a friend to tell a friend. As I keep on looking, I'm looking at my notes because, listen, there's something I really want to speak to you. And today, it's all about going to be, the woman. The only reason why I really want to still continue on this, I'll say this journey, this pattern of talking about the woman, because we just finished March, right? We just finished March, and as you know, it's all about the woman. It's all about empowering the woman, lifting the woman in all its, all her beauty and strength and so forth, intelligence. And we really want to, we do try our best to touch the sensitive part and the every single one of them, just to enlighten the woman a little bit more. And we did that last week and all the other weeks. Before we had the Mama, her name is Mama Lorette Inzala, but she's an evangelist and she's really into the work of God. She is based in International World Light Ministry, and I felt like I had to bring her on the show. Why? Because she had something to say, and it is all about what she went through in her marriage. At this present moment, she's not married anymore, and I believe that she was the best person to talk about marriage, because sometimes when you're still in the marriage, there are certain things that you can still maybe keep secrets and so forth. Like you don't feel like you want to spread it all out, but she came with an open heart and she really put it out on the table. And I believe there's so much more to say when it comes to her story. The theme was Sanduku, and just in case that you missed it, please do go back and check it out. Check it out, leave some comments and tell a friend about that, because you never know who possibly needs it. And the show is actually in Lingala. So just to tell you that we are diverse. Etincelle is diverse. We try to touch so many different platforms, whether it's Lingalophone, Francophone, English, I don't know, Spanish, name it. If we need a translator, then we will get a translator in order to bring you the message to your heart, to your home. And I hope that you are ready for today. So today's theme is all about the woman and his injury, like her injury, their injury. I'm talking about the woman, but they are just not one woman in the world. There's so many, and then I believe that together, united, the woman or women, they really form this strong force in the world. Without the woman, so many things would not be possible. And I believe there's a reason why she was created. There was a reason why the man, but we're talking about a woman today, right? There's a reason why she was made. And just before we get into the woman itself, I love to define the title of today. So we said like the woman and the internal injury. So what is an internal injury? Before we get to that, actually, what is a woman? The dictionary says, that the woman is just, this female human being. It's a human being, but in a female form. So that's the most basic that you can, definition that you can possibly find. But besides that, I felt like every single one of us has their own definition when it comes to the woman, when it comes to women, in general. And so this is where we're going to go. Where we're going to touch also the injuries and why injuries, and don't feel like, because I feel like, we love to put everything, when it comes to the woman anyway, it's like everything's so positive. The woman's supposed to be like this, behave like this, be educated like this, and so forth and so forth. So it's painted beautifully pink, some children, when they in their own world, I believe it's like when you say pink, it's all pretty, it's all cute and everything. So the world that we live in is not, unfortunately, it's not all about this color that is pink or this color that is just so beautiful, but the realities can truly kick in. All right, so we said we defined injuries, all right, but what is an internal? I know we defined women, but we haven't defined injury. What is an injury? An injury is simply an instant of being injured. So it's simple as that, So we said that an injury can also be like, other words you can mean maybe wound. It could be a scar, not even a scar, but a cut. It could be, trauma, but that is more like internal. So from the outside, anything that you really, you hurt yourself. An injury can be also an accident whereby you're maybe in a car crash or something and you injured yourself. But it can go deeper than that because, as a human being, we're not just built from the outside, but we're also built from the inside. And when it comes to the inside part, and this is where it's very, very important, a being that is injured inside usually always affect the outside, despite of how situation can happen. If you're not well, if you're sad inside, your sadness will be shown from the outside. You can take as much time as you want. I don't know, you can even try to fake it as much as you want, or as deep as you want, or as long as you want, but soon or later, the sadness that is within you will appear from the outside. That's just the way it is, and I've seen it so many times. And I believe maybe you're one of the person, like, you love to cover yourself, whether it is with makeup, cover yourself with, laughter, cover yourself or hide yourself with your people around, your peers, your friends, your family. But the true feeling, or the way you're really are inside you, despite of the time, it will always come to show. It will always come to show. So injury, and that's just the outside. But now the inside, I believe that it touches more like the organs, right? So we're talking about the organs, we're talking about the heart, we're talking about the stomach, we're talking about the liver, and this is just the physical things, things that you can possibly maybe fix or not fix. Because sometimes when the heart is ill, sick, there's a 90%, 80% chance that it can go even worse, to the point of you actually losing your life. There's certain things, maybe like kidney, for example, that you can replace. There's certain things that you can maybe replace. You can even get like a blood transfer in order to fix yourself from the inside, and so forth. Or even if there are, you need to detox yourself in order to cleanse the inside, then sometimes that also help. But there are certain things, honestly, when it's injured, it can really drag you down. And this is not what I wish for you, honestly. So besides the physical state of the inside, well, that maybe you may be a doctor, or you may be a GP, so you know a little bit more of what I'm talking about. Besides that, the physical aspect of the inside, there's also the invisible part, the visible part, whereby no one can see, no one can feel apart from you. It's like the wind. I believe that we had an amazing event not long ago. It was all about the woman. I mean how to control the mental health, and we had 5 women, including myself, 4 women, including myself and the presenter, the host, who is Minister Hélène Daldine, in order to touch the mental health. So now I said actually that one of my earrings just slipped. I said that when it's like the what's it called, the invisible part is like, it's like the wind when it blows. It's like you feel it on you, but you cannot see it, right? So you're the only one in that state, in that time, that can actually feel it. And you may not even know where it comes from, because the wind, you don't know really. It just blows. It comes from anywhere, up, down. It can lift you up. When there's a storm, it can really hurt you. So it's just like, this invisible part of being injured is just like a little bit like the wind, because it can come from anywhere, any place. But this can really hurt you, because the invisible part, like this, of being injured, when you don't take time to analyze it, to understand where it comes from, to trying to fix it, it can damage you slowly. Slowly, to the point of really taking it very far. It's possible to fix it, but if you don't detect it at the right time, it can turn you becoming mad, you actually losing your life, losing the people around you. Slowly, really, the mechanism of a human being will start dying slowly. Why? Because this invisible side of you is injured, is bleeding. And this when I'm talking about this bleeding side, obviously you can't see it. So right, this is why I basically wanted to talk about it, because when you actually look at a woman and you see her, what do you see? What do you see? I really want you to think, what do you actually see first? What is a woman known for? And I have a list like on my sheet right here, and I'm sure you probably can answer that for me. So make sure you type it in. Make sure you have a conversation with me. All right. So what is a woman, according to you, known for? known as? When you see a woman, what do you see? And I've done my research, like I've asked people around, and I mean, the first thing that comes is a woman is a life giver. Like it's a female human being that gives life. That's right. But besides that, besides the fact that she is a life giver, some people say that she's she nurtures, she takes care, she protects. A woman is a strong force, and I'll tell you in a minute, because like there are some images that I really want you to see in order to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So she is known as, the love giver, not just the life giver, but love giver, because, you identify the female, the woman, as someone that is, a being that is gentle, usually gentle, in her nature. I mean, she's gentle. She can be hard as well. She can be tough. But because obviously her circumstances, the way she's been brought up, or where she comes from, her education, it could be like maybe her past was so tough that it made her like that. But in the natural form, like many people, what the response that I received, it was, a love giver, someone that protects, as I said, and a gentle spirit, because in a woman loves hard, but also can kill hard too, right? So someone that has a gentle spirit, but a keeper, a protector, as I said, a mother. But no, all women, and I believe that we had this talk in one of my shows. It was, I believe, with Apostle Mylene. I'm not quite sure. Or she explained that obviously, like a woman, it doesn't mean that if, what's it called? You cannot give birth, that you're less of a woman, because there's so many females, so many women out there who haven't had the chance to have their own child or children, but still adopt, and through that they give love, through that they protect, through the, on that path they were able to share their own experience, life experience, and so forth. So don't feel like because you are, that side of you ain't happening, that you are not a woman, like you are not a mother. All right, so put that in mind. Apart from that, she's known as to be kind. Her heart, she's known for her heart. The woman's heart is where sometimes that's where you want to stay, that's where you want to dwell, in her heart. And the heart can keep so much. And this is why we talked last week with our Maman Lorette and Evangelist Lorette, where she really, she came out and she said the heart is like a Pandora box. It is a Pandora box, because within the heart, you can keep so much. So much. And sometimes that also can kill you. Apart from that, she's also known for her jealousy. I mean, the woman can be so jealous, much as she loves all of her. When she's jealous, she can destroy everything around her. She can really bring the world down, because her jealousy can, has stages. But the bad one, you don't want to go there, right? You really don't want to go there. She's known for her strength. A woman is also not just, cute and gentle and petite, but even in her petite, you can really see her strength. Her strength can be anything else, can be not just physical. Her strength can also be found in her mind. Her strength can also be found in her way of conducting herself, of the way she's controlling her anger, controlling the things around her. That's a strength. That's a powerful strength. I mean, that is, if a woman can do that, listen. So, she is able to control anything around her, honestly, like, because a woman sometimes snap, and when they snap, that's it, everything gone. So, and that's something that is something to be known, to know about a woman. And I've mentioned so many positive things about the woman, and there's so much more that you know. So if there's something that I'm missing in what I just mentioned just now, all the positive things that you know of a woman, what she's known for, please write it down. She's known for a leader. She's known for being, she can be a leader. A woman can stand in front and lead. A woman can direct things. I mean, put things in place. A woman can be so, she's known for being, I don't know, Einstein, name it. She is beautiful. And then, so I really wanted to put this image, if Regie can help me out, to place this, you know, and the first image of who a woman is. I'm not talking about the faces, but the other ones, the written ones, so the public can see a little bit more of what I mean. All right, so here we have Jane Austen. Jane Austen, she's just something. She's one of the you know, the females back then. If we can slow down a little bit, yes, thank you. I mean, this is an old picture, as you can tell. And she is someone that back in the day, she did something amazing. What did she do? You will tell me. So Jane Austen is the best known for her literacy, genius, in which she depicts the lives in ordinary people. I mean, she wrote 6 complementary novels, including the widely popular Pride and so forth. I mean, she is someone that you know, she's pretty much set the bar for rom-com novel. I mean, she's an amazing woman that maybe we don't really talk about, and maybe like some people don't really know her, but this is basically who she is. So next is we have Ada Lovelace, and she lived from 1815, and she's known as this English mathematician. Ooh, see, credited for being the world's first computer programmer. A woman. I'm talking about a woman. To this day, every second Tuesday on October is celebrated Ada Lovelace Day by Women's and STEAM. Next, we do have a black lady, and I salute you, woman. So we have a Sojourner Truth, who was born in the 1797. And then she is simply wonderful. I mean, what can I say about this woman? A black woman in America. His history. Sojourner Truth was an abolitionist. Oh my God, author and a woman's rights advocate. But first, she was just a child who was separated from her family and sold into slavery. After fleeing in 1929 with one baby in tow while being forced to leave her 2 children behind, she used her freedom to be the voice of the voiceless, and that is so powerful. All right, so next we do have Florence Nightingale. And she is simply the founder of the modern day nursing. Can you imagine this? Yeah, the founder of the modern day nursing, after timelessly tending to the wonder during of the crime, the Crimean War, becoming known as the Lady of the Lamp. She's known as the Lady of the Lamp in progress of the process. Florence established the Nightingale School of Nursing in London in 1860. Apart from that, we also have Rosa Parks, and there's so much to say about her. We have she's also like a famous of being the catalyst of the civil rights movement. Next we have, and I love her, I love this woman, Maya Angelou. And she was born in the 1928. What can I say about her? Maya Angelou was the world-renowned poet, singer, activist, who's award-winning memoir. I know why the cage bird sing. She was known for that, and then became a beacon. I say what? A beacon of hope for abuse survivors, as well as the first non-fiction bestseller by an African American woman. So this is it, what I wanted. And there's other images, if I can have that as well, please. The written ones, I believe it's green. Who a woman is. I'm just gonna give probably a couple seconds for you to read. Who is this woman? Right? Can I please have that on the screen? All right, so we are back. So I believe it's still in a movement. So I still need to show you this in order for other people to, it's for you to make sense for you. So obviously, all these women have marked the world with what they have. All these women, all these females have marked the world with, their gift and really what they wanted the world to, to know. To do, not even just that, but what they wanted, to impact their generation, but also the upcoming generation. And this is really important to understand. So, but in all the things that I've just mentioned, all the positive things I've said, all the amazing stories that we can talk about a woman, all these beautiful stories we can really say about the woman. In everything, I believe, whether it's, regardless of what it is, there's also the positive, but we also have the negative. And all these females I've just mentioned to you have gone through a hard time, have gone through injuries, physical one, and also internal injuries. And really, this is what I wanted to touch to you, to bring you to this point, to understand that as much as a female can smile to you and look at you, when I'm saying a female, I'm talking about a woman, a mature woman, a woman that knows their identity, a woman that knows who they are, and regardless of a platform that they may be found, whether it's in a company, whether it is in a marriage, whether it is, in the education, whether it is in the entertainment, whether it is in in the politics, despite of the mountains, honestly, these women can hide so much. And it is for us, the ones who are placed beside them, husband, children, what's it called? Because circumstances, you can't really control circumstances. Sometimes like things just appears and there's nothing you can do about it. But when it comes to the people that are absolutely, the ones that are surrounding us, the ones that are helping us, the ones we are seeing, in our daily basis. I'm talking about, like I said, the husband. I'm talking about the children. I'm talking about, the friends, female, males. We have been placed next to each other for a reason. And the reason why is sometimes to be able to bring what? A help. The help that you can bring can be in so many forms, so many ways. It always depends on this woman that you meet, of this female that's right in front of you. The injury that I really want to touch, the invisible one, cannot always be seen, and I mentioned it earlier. But how can you come and how can you identify this injury? Because someone can be bleeding, and if it is invisible, then how can you really see it? How can you help someone without seeing that they are bleeding, without seeing that actually something's going on? The first thing to do is to what? Is first pay attention. We walk around next to each other every day. You're married to your woman, you're married to, I don't know, like to your best friend. You have a best friend probably. I'm not even talking about marriage. It could be anything. You can have a partner, a long-time friend. It could be, I don't know, you can have a mother, but you don't pay attention. The first thing sometimes the way to see is to be able to acknowledge. And for you to acknowledge, you need to see. Sometimes it's all about opening your eyes. Opening your eyes and be able to see truly what is happening. Sometimes we don't even ask a question of, Mom, how you doing? How was your day? You can see that your mom is moving a little bit funny, and maybe she is worried about something, but you can't seem to ask. Why aren't you asking? Why aren't you saying anything? Like, is it not like, is she not that important to you? Do you only just care about the fact that she needs to clean the house, or she needs to, take care of you, that she needs to provide food and care and love for you? I mean, what about this other side of you actually giving back the same love that she's giving back? What about that? You are a husband at home, and you're married, I don't know, for so long with this beautiful woman, and you promise to keep her safe. You promise her mom and her dad that she is going to be the person that you will care for as long as you live. Now it's come to a point where you don't care anymore. You don't pay attention anymore. And this woman, she cannot fail on her duty. Her duty is to take care. Her duty is to show you care, to show you love, to provide food on the table, to be that. I mean, there's so much more that a woman, a mother can do. And then I believe 80 to 90% of women and mothers out there try their best every single day to keep up in this routine of life, to provide for their partner, to provide for their lover, to provide for their children, to provide for their society, to provide for their community, to provide for their country. There are females, women who are fighting, who are in the Navy. I'm talking about soldiers. I'm talking about females who are fighting, and they give up so much, they sacrifice so much in order to fight for their countries. They're giving up their lives. So now, if you are this person who has been placed beside this woman, what are you doing? What are you doing? They say a happier woman is a happier house. So now, try to imagine the house as, just this world that we live in. This world that we live in, full of chaotic things, full of war, Sometimes we see how love is fading every single day. We see how the heart of a man is changing every single day. Maybe because obviously women aren't really, happy. I don't know. It could be, there's so many things. Because the woman has the power to change so much. To change the things around because of their gentleness, as I mentioned, of the love that she spreads, of the kindness that she keeps on giving, of the warm hug that she keeps on showing around her. So now, if this woman becomes bitter, if this woman becomes careless, if this woman becomes what she's not supposed to be, or who she's not supposed to in her character, I'm not saying that she cannot get angry. No, she can. I'm not. This is not what I'm saying. But if this beautiful being, in her natural state, becomes the opposite, what can we really say about this world? My message is to all the people who are really around a woman, who are around a mother, who are around an auntie, who are around a sister, who are around this female being, this female human being that deserves respect, that deserves care, that deserves life, that deserves to be happy. So many women in the world are prived. Their happiness has been taken away from them. I'm talking about all these females who are being raped, in African countries, in Asia country, who are being sold in order to, I don't know, just honor the family. All these females who have been traumatized by the things that they were not supposed to see from a young age. All these females, but all these females are becoming what? Women, mothers. And I'm just wondering, like, a man, you are probably the one watching me right now. You have a daughter in your house. You have this female, this beautiful being that you gave birth, but she is the one that you are abusing. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. You are abusing her in all shapes. What do you think that she can give to you, give back to you, or give back to the world if the happiness has been taken away? If the kindness has been taken away, if everything that is positive in her has been broken, who is she going to go back to? Who is she going to turn to? Who? Tell me who. And this is why I really want to touch this subject, because it seems like we want to, to lift up this woman in a beautiful form, say it's all pink and so forth. But what about this other side of a woman? What about the time where she cries in her room? Can you see it? And it really annoys me, because sometimes, like, there are people around us, male, females. I mean, still you see this woman that is crying, but you're so selfish and you can't even seem to stretch up your hands towards her and say, hey, what's up? What's happening? What's happening with you? Why are you crying? Can I help? Can I bring my help anywhere I can? Can I show you kindness? Kindness is free. Kindness is free. There are men who see women as I'm gonna say just object that you can use today and then leave tomorrow. Take today and leave tomorrow. I mean, it's crazy. In America, there are so many children who are born and who do not have a father. Why? Because of that one night stand. Because you just wanted to please yourself. Because you just wanted. You just thought of just doing whatever you want to. I mean, and then as soon as this child comes to existence, you disappear. You leave. You vanish. You leave this child with something that this child needs to deal with later on. And this female, this woman, is once more broken. I wanted to touch on this sensitive side of this woman, because I don't want it to be ignored. You know, I know today we live in this modern time whereby the woman has a voice now. We can speak, we can voice out, we can say something and people are listening. But there are so many things that are happening underneath. I'm talking about the underground, sous coulisses, as French people say, whereby it is so sad and difficult to build a better future. Whether we like it or not, we all come from a woman. And I believe that the woman, it deserves the respect, deserves the care, deserves to also receive the same love that she's giving. Actually, she needs it back. You have a mother, you probably don't even call her, you don't check on her. You have, what's it called, people, I mean, this female being that's probably not even like your blood related, but because of that, you're being so rude to her, you're so being unfair to her. And I'm like, why is that though? Why is it? Can we change the way we see things? Can we start changing the way we conduct ourselves with females? Can we change the way we actually see women, mothers? Can we change that? Because a happy woman is someone that brings peace in the land, bring peace in the country, brings peace in so many places, companies. I mean, name it. So now, if you come to analyze and see that this female or this woman is injured, what is your next step? Because now you've opened your eyes and you've seen that she's injured. She cannot she's bleeding, whether it's physically, because abuse is still happening. They're still selling children day by day, everywhere around the world. It could be even someone from, your neighbor. It could be someone from your street. I remember not long ago, as I am a professional hairstylist, I had someone, who came to me, actually told me they nearly kidnapped her sister right in front of her. But because she was shouting, screaming, the person who kidnapped, the kidnapper basically released her sister, dropped her on the street. Because of the fact that she was screaming for help. So just to tell you, we are in 2023, but these things are still happening. So now what is your next step? What is your next step? Because we're talking about Etincelle, we're coming from somewhere and we are going somewhere. So the way we are going, we need to bring solution. And then this is why I asked someone, if it was you and you are bleeding inside you, how would you like someone to fix things in you? I mean, how can someone come and offer you the help? Like, how would you like to be helped? And she said, with affection. So many women out there and around the world, mothers, are not getting the affection that they need. I'm not talking about just the physical affection or the sexual affection, although it does count, but all kinds of forms of affection the woman needs. Please show affection to your wife. Show affection to your mother. Show affection to this longtime friend of yours. Show affection. Affection can be in so many ways, like distance, close up, affection can be spread in so many ways. You find your way. Find your love language. What is her love language? I like to talk about that. Love language. Like, what is her love language? How does she communicate? How does she likes to be shown love? Affection. Does the listening? Sometimes you don't listen enough to her pain. You don't listen enough when she's crying out, when she's screaming, help. Get to know her. I don't know who is this female around you, but get to know her. Talk to her. Spend time with her and try to understand what she really needs. All right? The other things is forgiveness. I believe that we had a show with a woman of God, Apostle Mylene Mudiai, who I had it with her in interview, and in this interview we spoke about forgiveness. And we said that there are so many females, so many women, mothers who are living a native country and coming in this country or in other countries in order to, immigrate. Why? Because there's been rape, there's been abuse, there's been, killing, there's been assassination, all kinds of things. And we say that it's important for leaders of countries to ask for forgiveness. So now, if leaders can acknowledge that, what about you, that you are the leader of your own household? You are a father. You know what you've done to your wife for so long. You know what you have put your wife through. You know what you have put your mother through. For so long you've been so rebellious. For so long you've hurt the heart of your mom by all the action that you've placed, and she was the one that kept on picking up the broken pieces. Why? Because she is your mother, and she knows that she cannot fail you, that she cannot leave you by yourself, that it is her duty to always stand by you. And is that really fair? I believe in this time, this moment, she deserves forgiveness. Don't you think? Coming from you to say, Mom, I'm sorry. Forgive me for the way I conduct myself. Forgive me for the things I've said. Forgive me for hurting your heart. Forgive me for not listening to you. But look at now. If I listened to you then, maybe my marriage would be better. Maybe my study would be in a different, it would have been, something else. Maybe I would have studied exactly what I should have studied. Maybe I would have been in a different stage of my life. Like if I listened to you, if I took just a little bit more time to analyze what you were telling me, Mom, Auntie, Grandma, I don't know, who is this female that you consider so much, or you say that you consider? It will be a step, Apart from that, she said taking time out. Maybe she needs to get, fresh air. I don't know exactly what she needs, but maybe she needs to travel. Maybe she needs to go somewhere in order to renew herself, renew her spirit, finding something else, starting something new. She needs to see other people. Maybe she just needs a fresh, something new. Think about it. Write it down. What is it that this beautiful woman next to you needs in order to heal her wounds, her scar, her mental health? She needs attention. Gives her attention that she needs. Sometimes it starts with a hug. It starts with telling her that she's maybe beautiful. Telling her that, maybe that she needs to change her wardrobe, and you know it, but you don't say anything. You keep quiet. Maybe start buying her things. Start encouraging her in her the way she is. Maybe though her weight is her problem, and she's dying little by little, but you're not saying anything. You're not encouraging her maybe to go to the gym. I don't know, you're not encouraging her to feel beautiful inside and out. Maybe like you know that she smells. You know that she doesn't smell good, but you don't say anything. But instead, you go out, you start cheating on her. You start cheating on her with so many people. You don't consider her and consider the work that she's placed in this union with you for so long, or in this relationship, in this friendship for so long. She kept on putting up with you, maybe, and you can't seem to tell her, baby, please take care of yourself. Sometimes it's your mouth that smells a little bit. Sometimes it's something about you. Maybe it puts me off a little bit. Sometimes being truthful can hurt, but it heals. It depends on how you place it. It depends on how you put it together. I believe that cheating is not the way, but sometimes like putting the truth on the table can heal relationships, can heal families. And so now, okay, you know what? Now that the truth is out, let's change the way we deal with things now. Let's move positively forward. Maybe I don't know, it could be anything. But talk to her. And one thing I know before we finish is that take things step by step. You don't need to rush. Nothing that we do in life, when it's rushed, comes out good. Nothing. It will never come exactly how you wanted it because you rushed. You rushed it. It was rushed. The tomato was not even peeled properly. You didn't cut it properly. The sauce was it was a little bit bitter. Why? Because you didn't leave it a little bit long enough in order to cook properly. I mean, that chicken was not, clean properly. So there's so many things I can say. Like anything that is rushed never comes out good. But when you take time to go step by step in the process of healing, process of understanding the person, process of listening, process, everything will fall into its place. If it's meant to be, it will be. It will be. I always say, what is yours is yours. If that relationship is yours, it is yours. Sometimes you need to let go. Let it go. Let that ball bounce out. Bounce the ball out. And if that ball if the ball bounce back to you, then you know it's yours. But at least make the effort. Make the effort first before obviously you bounce the ball. But if you know you've come to the point where it's too much and you're here, you've given your all, and you come to the point like, I want to give up, bounce the ball. Females, I'm talking about females here. Bounce the ball. Even male, bounce that ball out and let that ball come back to you. And if the ball comes back, you know it's meant to be. It means that, the relationship is meant to be. Maybe like, listen, it's meant to be. But never be afraid. Fear will not help whatever you want to do. Fear will stop you from reaching out. Fear will stop you from breaking that limit. Stop putting boundaries. Sometimes you're the problem. You are the problem. We're trying to bring a solution on Etincelle, and there's so much to say. I really wanted to talk more, but I believe I'm going to bring the subject back maybe with somebody else in order to, to enlighten us about, their wounds. And I believe we had that actually already with Apostle Mylene. She spoke about her sanduku, her heart. So today, it was all about the woman. I really want to say once more, I appreciate you. I love you. I care for you. And if there's someone out there who feels like, hey, Gracia, I've never seen my mom. I don't know, and I really want to reach out and want to find her. Or I don't know, there is this forgiveness I need to release in my heart. I don't know what message you really want to bring out there. Etincelle is here for you. Honestly, reach out and let's talk about it, and let's find ways and how to touch another person, human being out there. Etincelle is all about bringing light into someone's life to make you understand that you can start somewhere, begin somewhere where probably no one saw, no one understood, but there is a possibility of you to see the light and and go somewhere. It was me, Gracia Susuzande, your host of Etincelle, and I'm so happy and pleased that you were connected tonight. I'll see you next week. Same time, 8 p.m. Don't forget, please tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye-bye.